Looks like it stopped draining. All right. All right, now get some things moved out of the way here. I got one of these little Chinese pumps. Let's see if it'll work. Drain that gas out of there. Oh boy, leaks a little bit. It's going in there at a pretty good rate. You can see. Oh, man, that thing is wimpy. Ooh, that thing barely sits on there. Let's see, move that closer. And it leaks at the very bottom. Almost done. Oh, you sucker. Man, it just barely. Get every last drop out of it. There she goes. And that thing just barely stays on there. Thankfully it's made in China, right? I don't know if it'll even stay on there. Kinda. Just barely. Yeah, just barely stayed on there. Get our siphon tube out of here. Use this Tygon because it's a little easier to get in there. On this particular car, there's actually an anti-theft deal right outside there. Alright, now look and see how that'll move out of there. Oh, there it goes. All right. So I'll show you in the end of that. See, there's a little deal at the side there that keeps it from sticking a full-size hose up in there. So the only way to really suck it out is to take you a piece of something like this or vinyl, and you go in there where that piece is, it hits right here, you stick it down below it, you know, like that, and it'll go down inside the tank and you can start the suction. I usually just use air. Sorry, I'm out of breath, but if you do air, like you take your hose and if you have a blowgun, you can blow it like this, and it'll start the suction process, and whatever's in there will start siphoning, so you don't get a mouthful of gasoline. So we got to clean all this up. We're going to change this pump because it's no good. Pop these loose here. Alright. I'm going to take that out of there. Spin that around a little bit. Take the little pliers. These are just snap ring pliers. It just pops right out. And then this one will have to pop out, or else you're going to take that one off there. Just pinch it, it should come right off. Sometimes I fight them a little. And then this thing here, that'll be a hammer and a little grass drift. You want to get your drain pan over here and have it ready, because it's going to be always a mess. Inside your fuel tank to make sure it's not contaminated. I'll show you. Yeah, it's not too bad. You always want to watch for water and, you know, sabotage, things like that. Alright, so we've got to change that connector. Alright, so here's the harness to the pump. This is the new one. Make sure that it pops in there real good. Okay. Now once that's in there, you've got to you've got to cut this one off here. The good thing is a lot of these wires are typically right where they need to be. You've got your gray and your purple, but your blacks are two different ones. There's a black, solid black, and then there's one with a black stripe. So you got to know which one is going where. So the way I do that, I'll show you. Alright, so what we can do, we're going to get, this is an Amazon, you can see the part number right there, hopefully you can read it, this little Amazon kit that I got. And you want to kind of know what size you're going to put in there as far as your non-insulated Okay, so it comes with these things here, and that's not really the ones that I want to use. So, like I say, we've got to cut this off here, and it's pretty straightforward. Gray goes to gray, purple, purple, and then there's a thicker black wire here that goes to the pump ground, and then the thinner black goes to the sender. Now what I do a lot of times is I will, these are a little bit long, so I'll take them and usually chop them just about in half. And then each piece goes around the wire. And that's the way I crimp them there. And if the wire's too long, like in this case here, I'm pretty sure it's going to be too long. Yeah, if it sticks out like that, you want to chop that off. You don't want too much excess because you've got to make room for your solderless or your heat shrink. So you want to put that on. Typically I'll do 2 crimps there, but these are small. I think we can get by with just the 1 crimp. Now I'm just going to make sure that these are good here. And we start out, we've got a gray one, there's a gray. So if you don't know which one it is, and you're kind of in the process, what you could do is take a circuit tester, which is kind of what this is. So you touch it and the light comes on. So you want to try one or the other. And you can touch one or the other side of this. And neither one of them work. So that means we check the other side. Make sure you can see. That works. And that doesn't. So that tells us that that is the one that's over here. That's going to be the one that goes to our black with a white stripe. So it's going to be this one here. So we'll take that and make sure that our heat shrink is on there. Black and white stripe, that is the one right there. You grab it, just kind of hold it, make sure that you place it, and then squeeze it. Don't get too rambunctious over squeezing that thing until you're ready, 100%. Same way with these. Just make sure that there's no wire strands coming out of there. And give it a good squeeze, and then you can do a double right there where that one is. And then that should be good enough. And then turn it down just a little bit and just kind of warm that up. Some guys don't like these torches, but for the quickness of it, you know, it's not too bad. Yeah, you don't want to do it too long and burn your wire, but you know, just dab it, and then it'll continue to shrink for a second while it's still hot. So that'll be your connection there, and then this goes into this. But first I've got to get the lock ring on there. And your connectors. Lock. This comes down here. It goes into there, like that. And this goes into here. And it's got a little bit of gas, but maybe I can lift it up. We'll see how that works.
Play St. Louis Blues. Play St. Louis Blues. Play St. Louis.
Oh boy. Let's see what it sounds like here. Well, yeah, it's just a Pontiac, you know, pretty easy. But the reason I wanted to show this video to you was to kind of show you the... Hi, baby. Here's a good girl. What you doing? That's Poppy. Hi, Poppies. You go, baby. Are you go, baby? Come here, girl, huh? She's probably hungry. Alright, so I just want to show you how I use the siphoning effect and also that pump to put it back into a 5-gallon container. Sometimes pump will die and I've just filled up the gas tank, so you've got to try and keep that fuel. You'll lose some of it, I guarantee you, just like I did with that thing popping off. Anyway, give a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.